We're the Sunderkids.
Yo.
To Everyday Vibes with the Sunderkids.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Matthew.
And we be vibing.
Oh my gosh. How you doing, dog? Yeah, so we wanted to revisit some Shoresy talk. We wanted to get on chirping.
Just
Chirp,
get chirping. Just give your balls a tug. I mean,
balls a
this
tug.
show is just so good. And even to rewatch it, like happily, just over and over and over again.
For sure.
Do not give a flying fuck. It is so good. It makes me laugh every time. And every time I just pick up like new and funny, like little things, I'm like, oh, I didn't
little
realize
things
that.
on the rewatch. It does reward the rewatch every single time. It goes by so fast, but then it has such familiar structure that you're able to rewatch it and pick up on those new different things and those subtleties.
Yes.
Like I was super duper excited to rewatch it. And luckily for me, I'm able to do it without the Hulu ads. Which
those get you.
Real annoying, real fast.
They long for such a short damn show.
Yeah.
It's like 2 minutes every 8 minutes, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So season 4, the Sudbury or Summer in Sud Vegas.
Summer in Sud Vegas
are happening. But there's a couple noticeable absences from the show.
Yes. I mean, you've got like...
They're off the ice.
Off the ice. We're off the ice. So we've got no JJ Frankie JJ. We've got
JJ
no
Jean.
Fish.
Jean.
We've got no you got a dip? No Sanguinet.
Yep. No Sanger.
No Sanger.
No coach.
Yeah, which, we learned that Shoresy is going to do that. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
Is Sanger out or like...
No, I think it's in addition.
Okay.
Like
dose.
From my understanding, like I thought they're going to join Sanger.
Okay.
Coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire. I mean, as coaches, I think they'll just dominate.
Laurence Leboeuf.
Laurence Leboeuf.
And the two guys,
Benny,
J-Rock,
Benoit,
Benny Benoit, and Natty Lador. Yeah. Wilson, the Benson, Benson, the Belson, Belson, the Wilson, Belson, Benson, the Benson, Wilson, Belson, the Nelson, Benson. Oh, there's no Benson. I was
Is
dying.
This home of the Peter Patti Panini?
Peter Patti Panini. Laurence Leboeuf.
Oh my God, they just repeat these random words and it's so fucking funny. It cracks me up every time. Yeah, when they are the announcers and they're just like going
they're
off.
So good.
Oh my God. It's so good. So we're missing them this season on season 4, but that's chill. We're not missing too many. We're missing like the hockey. So once because
we're not on the ice.
5, we're not on the ice.
There's like a noticeable lack of hockey. They go out on the on the ice rink at the end of the season. As a little bonding exercise. Like, oh, you know what we need to do to get everybody back together as a team? Just need to hit the ice.
Yeah. Hit the barn.
Beer league.
But also you've got these young kids coming on the ice and they're going to pracky during the summer. They're making them sweat it, Like the guys have won the ship. They're going around all these places, taking pictures, doing the things. They've got the whole, big old trophy. And then all the young guys have to be like working their asses off in the gym.
Yep.
And they're their mentors, which is like adorable. They're blueberry buddies.
Yeah. They do such a good job with the character development.
Yes.
For
the entire show.
Yeah, which is crazy to have such a big staff and you have very good and subtle character development in the background.
Yes.
Even Jory Jordan has his own little character arc.
He does. He gets on the live stream. He's like pumped about it.
Yeah. So I was noticing the main girl from season 4 that the teen guy is trying to get, the bar girl, Maria. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She is in the other seasons. Like, she walks by, she's actually at that beer cart hanging out beers in season 2 and season 3.
Really?
So on the rewatch, like, she's in the background. I'm like, oh, and it's just cool that, like, they gave that background character even some character development.
Yes.
Like,
it's so well thought out and thorough.
I mean,
through
I don't
this
even think
entire
she
thing.
speaks or has a single speaking line in
No.
Or does she say smiles. Like, okay, or just mouths it? And then they're
just
playing the
mouths
music
it at
over.
The end.
Yeah.
Like walking into the subway, but nothing else. It's just his obsession with
character
her
development.
Yes. And yeah, who knows what next season will hold. But I do think, like, within the season itself, there's so much of character development. But then in the entirety of the show, you're like seeing all these characters just like up and down and around and over and through, and they're just living life and building and building and building, and it's just like it constantly continues to build and build. Like, so much. I don't know what it is, but I get excited. Like, every episode is like more emotion, more everything, more attachment to these characters, more intensity. It's just so well done.
It's so well done. Jared Keeso,
so well done. And I mean, Shoresy himself is such a vibe. You get this fucking captain, hardcore bro dude looking motherfucker that can beat up anyone, intense, is known on the ice. I mean, like, first scene in the entire show is who's the dirtiest player in hockey? What's the dirtiest move in hockey? Like, this, it's just laid out right in the beginning that Shoresy is the dirty guy. And then he's crying at the national anthem. He tears up at things. He wants to win this woman's heart so bad. Like, he's in love. He's got some depth. He's got so much depth in this. And
originally in Letterkenny, it's just a one-note character. He's known to chirp, and he's banging their moms, and he shits. And that's it. He's coaching. Yeah. He's taking a shit.
He's taking a shit. Taking
and
a
that's
dip.
all he's known. And then to expand, a full character and such depth out of that into 4 season going on, 5, 6. I don't know how long they're gonna do it, but like, the start of part 2. So that's 3 seasons, like part 1.
Good catch.
You can think that.
Yeah.
I can see it. He's very structured as a writer. We know that. So, like, the episodes, both season wise and the episode specifics, super structured. You like the structure. I like the structure.
I do.
Because, it always has those wide pan shots, and then it goes into like some slow motion, intense, like, face close up on the face. A lot of facial close ups, a lot of
fight scenes, but like slow-mo with banging music.
With the music in the background. They'll love to cut out the audio and just play some music
for like the entire song. Like, sometimes you get
2-3 minute music songs, like, where there's no dialogue and just like a fight scene, just like pan shots of them just good. looking at the ice.
Yes.
Pan. It's so much time out of a 30-minute show to do those types of shots, but they're so effective.
They're so effective.
They're very effective at setting scenes and setting mood and vibes.
Set the tone, boys. Set the tone.
Set the tone. And so, we have 4 seasons, 6 episodes, 30 minutes long. That's 2.5 hours, but you cover so much ground. And
even
then
one episode, it's just like, I thought this happened in the next episode. No, it's this one.
Yeah, and then when I was rewatching it, the time skip from season 1 to season 2, when they're about to beat the Sioux, or about to lose to the Sioux, and then it's like, the next season they have already won the national season championship, and they're about to win the national record and the no-show record.
Yes,
and you're like, like there was a whole 20 games worth of, season of hockey.
Totally.
Time skip. But that's not the point. The point was, the characters.
Yes.
Not
like
not
we could go to a hockey show,
Yeah, they could have
a hockey
dragged
game.
Just like simple conflict, trying to get to that point, but the real drama for the characters was in the national championship and the record.
Yes. Yes.
Good ass writing and a story arc. Even with the time skip, it just felt very natural.
Yes, quite. Yes.
Yeah.
And it picks up in everybody's lives where it needs to be. And have what?
Well, I love how they incorporate also the TV shows and the Dory, the Sport Report.
Yes.
And, Anik and them.
Uh-huh.
They incorporate some of the Bro Dude talk shows and stuff to both do exposition, set up scenes, set up but then it also is its own funny thing.
It is.
Those little characters have their own little arcs as well. We know Anik
usually professional hockey players, they're like legit people on the outside.
They're legit.
And then, Shoresy gets to talk to him. And growing in the Bro Dude in this last season, you've got all these different ads, right? And then you're trying them out, and then Shoresy
going to the web shows,
too much.
Going to the webinars.
Now he needs someone he doesn't respect at all, and then it's okay, this is too much. He's getting choked out by this other guy, and then Jory Jordan steps in. All these things, this rotation of people just to create something more.
Yeah,
it's so
some damn good writing,
freaking written. Gosh. And then you've got, okay, all these characters have such a background, and we know this right from the beginning. Our side characters we kind of meet throughout, the Fish. Who else is Fish is kind of the side dude for the team. You're not a Dolo, a Hitch, a Goody, or a JJ.
Well, they have the Ulysses guys, but then they bring in the gyms.
But then Fish is kind of earned his keep in the show. He's gotten funnier. He's gotten more
lines.
He's built.
Yeah, for sure.
But the gyms, bringing in the gyms was a big deal, and they needed big Indians. And tough Indians, pardon. And then they say
tough Indians redundant.
So, but they talk a lot about the res. Canada has a lot of reservations, and I feel like that's bigly incorporated too. You got Sanguinet, you've got Zieg and Meek, and they've got, they're super indigenous.
Indigenous Canadians.
And it's pretty cool. And they bring that in just like they did in Letterkenny. It's part of our country and our culture, and that's, they're going to show it. So you bring in the gyms, and they bring a whole other vibe, and the gyms. Yep. And they talk as three, right? They are three people, but deeper with
So
each.
I did notice in season 4, all of the gyms, we have the story arc of the gyms versus the other guys. The other guys leaving them on the boat to go tubing, and that's the main conflict.
Yep.
But because of that, the gyms have a lot more speaking, all 3 of them, because it was typically you'd ask a question 3 in a row. Yep, no, and then the third one would have an explainer.
Correct.
Or an actual sentence.
Yeah.
But in this latest season, each gym is talking.
Yeah, you get to hear the gyms.
Yeah. They big timed us on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're on the quiz
talking about anything and everything all at once. We just kept talking to each other, and next thing you know, 3 hours had passed.
Gyms are so fucking beautiful.
Gyms are so fucking beautiful. But even that type of development, going from a unit into now individuals is going to be better for moving forward into season 5 when they get back into the ice. Because now I think, if they have more individuality, as with Shoresy as the coach, he's going to be able to like play on that a little bit.
For sure.
I think it's going to
so
be
too.
a fantastic development that Shoresy's now coaching.
Yes, I would agree.
You know, I think that's going to be very fucking funny.
I think
His
it's
both
kind of
restraint to not do anything on the ice, but like as a coach, you could do a lot of shit.
Totally.
And with his mouth and like stuff.
Yeah. It reminds me, I'm rewatching Ted Lasso right now, and it reminds me of having Roy Kent come back and coach. It just is like the Roy Kent effect. You're going to have the Shoresy effect. You're like more respective of this person, but he's going to let you know how he feels, and he's going to run this team like he needs it. And it is cool. Like he'll be part of the players only meeting because he's not a coach.
There was a YouTuber that was doing a Shoresy review as well, and he said that that Shoresy was Ted Lasso for Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans.
LOL, which is like
very accurate. Very accurate. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is Trailer Park Boys plus Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
like
Canadian
it has the heartstrings, it has all of the like story beats and like the good stuff, but then
in the wide pan,
it brings the lumber. It brings
the lumber.
And like tabernacle. Oh my gosh.
I loved hearing, and I love that they speak French. They don't give a fuck. And then they just put your subtitles on the bottom.
Gosh.
Love that. And that they always say tabernacle, which is like fuck off.
Which is like, there's a couple times where they have him Dolo speak in English, and he speaks perfectly English. And then he raps in English. You know that he speaks in English, but he only responds to you in French.
Yes.
But I texted you when I was rewatching that one thing when they're talking about Big Sexy the parrot.
Yeah,
and he's
Big
like, fuck with the bird. Yeah, he's like, I could fuck with the bird, and then Goody says something, and then he's like switched back to French, but just like a real quick. Oh, he responded in English, and it's the only time in the show.
Okay,
he's like, I could fuck with the bird.
It's funny, and then you have JJ who speaks no English.
So he's like, if he understood what you were saying, he'd be mad.
And then Laurence Labouffe does not won't translate sometimes.
Won't translate the jokes.
Nope.
Yeah.
She giggles, but it's not for Frankie.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I wonder if she would be a part without Frankie. But the Quebecois stand by their own.
Yeah. I think
she wouldn't date any of the Sudbury boys.
No.
No.
Yeah.
But in the TV show about them all, and here's what I love about the show that reveals that Frankie is cheating on all of these women. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not about him cheating. It's about his food habits.
They're all just shitting on him eating food.
Disgusted by this man. Yet they all slept with him many of times. They all are kind of accepted this cheating. It's like, well, you get it. But they cannot accept that there's food in the bed. He's Dairy Queen all the time, and this and this and this. It's constant food all the time.
Burgers,
they're just disgusted by this man.
Oh my god!
Yet they find him hot, and then he's a bear to the gay community. Frankie's character is so odd for not speaking ever, and for being such a crucial point in Shoresy's career back in Letterkenny days, and him just, what do they call it, Bobby Clark and him. And
going back behind the knees,
just clocking him, and the fact that he came to play with Shoresy after that is
and still doesn't
crazy.
know of English,
and and doesn't need to just lives his life.
Yeah,
it is crazy how it all flows together. And I do love that Ted Hitchcock, he's old.
He's old.
This man is almost 50, and he's hot. I would go for Ted Hitchcock.
Yeah. He gets more than a respectable amount of girls by any measure.
You want to play some tunes? You want to come over and put on some tunes? This
the boys,
girl?
boys. I'm talking about the boys.
The
not
boys. Not the boys, boys.
Oh, the Newfie talk.
And then
the
Goody
Newfies.
honestly is talked a lot more in this season.
Instead of
like
just
he's
like
just
sticks are unreal.
sticks are
like
unreal. But he's
always make
hot
a
as
good first
fuck.
impression.
These
and
men
last
are
one.
bangable.
Yeah.
Like the girls are hot, but the guys in the show are hot. Like I'm saying, woo! This whole TV, maybe Canada is where we need to land, dude. Because
you gotta go to Sud. There's a ridiculous amount of good-looking girls in Sudbury.
Gotta
Those
go
freaky
Sud
North
Vegas.
Ontario towns. All right,
North
so
Ontario.
the thing with this latest season,
yes,
it was they have to tone it down with the celebrations if Nat can get them into Weird Sudbury.
Yes,
and Weird Sudbury is a myth. Sudbury, sorry, they literally have a whole thing about Sudbury first
Sudbury
couple
Saturday
episodes.
night.
Is a giant orgy. And it's like a sexy giant orgy that's good and weird.
Good and weird,
I guess.
That's the only description you get.
We just have some questions.
We have a lot of questions.
Okay, so
1, where's our fucking invite?
Yeah. Why aren't we invited? And if there's a Seattle chapter, like, what's up?
Let us know. Hoot and holler, Vancouver.
They do a prelim party that is also sexual and provocative.
Good and weird.
In the series. And in order to get into Weird Sudbury, they have to last and impress the judges. So in this orgy, they have other people just walking around in masks that I assume are taking notes and just really like watching other people fuck.
Judging people.
For
their entrance to the actual party.
For the entrance into the actual party. Yes. So we find out that the boys do in fact get into Weird Sudbury, and
they have to go to this party from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and they're not allowed to leave between that. You're locked in, and if you don't get there by 7, you're not being let in.
Yeah. Depending on the substances and the alcohol and what you're asked to do, I don't know if I could last from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Not at all.
Unless there was a nap time.
If there's nap times, maybe. But
even if you take an upper, then your dick goes down and it's an orgy. And then we need like a downer. And then you're going down too.
And then I'm going down. Yeah. And it's like, it's like too much alcohol for over an extended period. That's not going to work. If I'm too much weed or, downers, then I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then otherwise it just makes your dick no work. So,
yeah.
So,
and who needs a 12-hour party? I don't know if I would want that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's a commitment.
And I'm like, this is the pre-party. Like, how is the selection process for this?
This is the preliminary.
So it's like there's going to be some like horrible people that are like absolutely not, that are still going to be it. Like, oh, I know at 8 o'clock that this motherfucker in the corner is weird as fuck. Do they have to stay there until 7 a.m.?
Oh,
But
you also had to get invited to go to the pre-party. So I feel like it's a very selective process no matter what. So I don't think that person would be like weird. And
then maybe. The girls that then the guys go back and bang in front of the other judges, are they also trying in tryouts?
Yeah.
So are the girls also encouraged just to fuck the guys that are trying out? Because these are all people trying out, or are they
these like returned people that are like repeat customers that take the ride for the first time.
There's logistics for orgies that I'm not quite familiar with that I would love to learn about for research purposes and strictly scientific and informative. Yes. Yes, indeed. Right. So they get into Weird Sudbury, but I assume that the actual Weird Sudbury is good and weirder than the pre-party. It looks like a fun time, but it seems like a lot of work.
That's a lot of prep work.
Yeah.
For a very long evening.
Yeah. Like usually if I'm like even up until 1 a.m., 2 p.m., I have to nap for like 2 hours, at least 2 days in a row after to catch up on that sleep deficit. And to have that much banging in there, like, oh my gosh, you better have some electrolyte. Yeah. You're be throwing too much hip.
Throwing too much hip.
You know, no wonder you can't play in the third because you've already played a period in the sheets. You know, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. But like, oh my goodness.
Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of effort.
Yeah. And
even
it's
for
like,
a woman, like obviously we can continue to go kind of
whatever, I just hope there's some like free STD screenings as well beforehand. Yes. Like
condoms being thrown everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't see any bowls of condoms on the second rewatch, and got a little.
Well, you know what happens in said Vegas.
Said Vegas
maybe stays there. Maybe gets spread.
Yeah.
Oh man, what else? You've got, I mean, like the kids again, the boss. They're they got hooked into telling Laura Moore, like talking to Laura Moore. Also, Shoresy ran a damn marathon. Like all these things that he's proving and showing these young kids how to prove and do these things to then gain the respect of other people. And it just, the way they loop these people in the most odd things, but it makes such a big difference. Like having Homeboy read it and he's like, I'd have someone else read it, but he's too ugly and I'm the least ugly.
Yeah, I'm speaking through this pimple farmer for one reason, to show him what it takes to get a girl like you. It's like, yes,
and it makes sense because then he sings to Maria and then he does this dance in the end. And you're like, okay, we've learned from our elders. We're like, the kids really do respond to Shoresy and they do appreciate him. And he can show up on the fucking ice and then he can back up his stuff. And then he's like an actual nice guy that shows up for you. I mean, the fact that he did not go to Weird Sudbury because of Michael's, like, that's a big deal.
No soldier left behind.
No soldier left behind. I mean, the start of the show is Michael's a total dipshit as a coach.
Yeah, him getting.
Then I watched that episode and it's like, your dick is out, man.
Yeah. But not.
And like Mercedes takes everything from him. And like he's just a broke, spineless piece of shit. And then he finally realizes he needs to like get goalies are always so
weird. My gosh. So him in the reaction
back, and then Shoresy, like shows up for him. Like it's just a lot of brotherhood and teamwork, and it's pretty cool to watch.
And it is Michaels that kicks the rest of the guys into gear for that transition on the mode from we're going to be the best team in the show this year versus the best team of all time. Like Shoresy's on that train and has tunnel vision.
Correct.
But the rest of the guys are getting too much ass.
Yes.
In the earlier seasons to even think about that. And it's Michael's that like, do you want to be? It's like, are you just eating paninis alone? Oh my gosh, so fucking funny.
So good.
But with the new kids, with the mentors and the mentees, fucking hilarious because the goalies are always so weird. When they're like talking to each other at the like about the toxic masculinity and anti-femininity, like Shoresy goes to Michael's like, Michael's control your guy, and Michael's like, shut the fuck up. Just hey, shut the fuck up. And then later in like the last episode or something, those boys are sitting there, then these guys, and then Michael says something, and the kid goalie says, Michael, shut the fuck up. Just Michael, shut the fuck up. Like with no hesitation. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, got him full circle. Like, that's a teenager telling you to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
But like, it made perfect sense in the scene. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Like,
they've got good, like, alternating for their positions too. You know, like the 4-pack of the young dudes with the 4-pack of the older dudes.
It mirrors.
It does mirror quite well. And it mirrors in like the kid reading to Laura Moore is a Shoresy type. He's the hot one. And then you've got like these they play into each other. It is, again,
I thought Shoresy was the ugliest one of the group. They have a whole episode about it.
I mean, Shoresy is technically the ugliest of the group, I would say. I think it goes.
You think Ted Hitchcock is?
No, Dolo's the hottest. Fuck me.
Ted's sexier than Shoresy.
That accent's pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a goofy guy.
He's a goofy. He's a goober. I like a goober. Shoresy's great, but like, huh? You know, like Laura, like just matches so perfect to that. But Goody is so hot. But he's like subtle, dull.
Yeah,
kind of.
I'd go for Dolo. Like, right? That'd be my guy.
Dolo's like number one. Swag, motherfucking swag. He's hot. He's tall. He's beautiful.
And out of the girlfriends of those guys, I'd go for Dolo's girl too.
The black one with the curly hair. She's gorgeous.
For sure.
Yeah, she's stunning, and she's like cool. She seems like cultured and very French for sure.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'd say Dolo,
Goody, Hitch,
Goody, Shoresy, or Shoresy, Goody. Like, Goody's good to look at.
Fish on that.
Fish is the last. Fish is dog shit. Like, I agree with Shoresy. Like, you are dog. What's he call him?
If you weren't so fucking ugly, like if you didn't get this girl and weren't on a date, like you're the ugliest person here. Like, you're so fucking ugly, bro.
You're like dog shit. He calls him dog something, and I just lost it. I do think that it's like dog's breath mom or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fish and Michaels is like a pretty boy. If he didn't have his voice and like his attitude as a goal, just his characters, just no. But he's like pretty and cute. JJ's fine, but not for me. Just kind of a whatever. But yeah, Dolo hits, and Ted Hitchcock just, you know.
You like the goofy guys.
I like the goofy guys. I just want you to be hot and be funny. That's all I ask. I mean, I don't think it's that much.
Yeah.
I mean, just give your balls a tug.
Just give your balls a tug.
Give your balls a tug. But yeah, everybody's got their lines, and I love that. I like that it's so easily quotable because you won't forget little lines like sticks are unreal. Yeah. You'll never forget that. Dolo, I love how he calls everyone handsome man.
Yeah,
like that's you know, Tabernac. And Ted Hitchcock always wants to play some tunes. He just wants to play some tunes, boys.
Boy, he loves his martoonies.
He just loves his martoonies. I love how easily it is to listen to and quote and just understand. Like, it doesn't have to be deep if you don't want it to be deep. But if you want to break it down like us and like get into this and rewatch and be obsessed, you can. It's still, there's no loopholes. You'll still find more. And it's just well done. But I do have a question. Hockey in general. I've only been to a select few hockey games. I see you are wearing the Seattle, Kraken. What are they called? The Kraken. Thank you.
Kraken.
And which is a sick logo. Also an S.
Isn't that so good?
It's a sick logo. Look, the shoulders. You got the anchors. That's dope. Space Needle. Yes, in the middle of an anchor.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. The logo is lit.
Logo's fucking lit.
Logo's lit. And then I live close to St. Louis, so like the Blues. I've been to one Blues game, and it was fire. Yeah. And I've been to a few like college games.
Yeah, we went to UNO a couple times. Mm-hmm. The only times I've ever seen fighting at a hockey game is at UNO.
Same, and I've only seen like one or two fight, and It was like, okay, this is tight. But then the Blues, I've never seen like a fight. Like the fact that the whistle blows and they throw gloves and then they just post up, like everyone backs up and you've got your first runner up.
And the refs let you
set
fight.
The tone, boys. Set the tone.
They let you fight.
They let you fight. And then it's like, that one can't handle it. Next one in. Is this real? We are not a hockey family. We swam. We play football.
We're physical.
We're fit, but we don't know hockey.
We're not hockey people.
We're not hockey people. We don't know your billet sisters. We had to look up all these terms. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
There's so much.
Everybody in Seattle has embraced the hockey.
Yeah, the Kraken has really risen it up. Plus, Seattle's close to Vancouver. You've got a lot of Canadian. Like, I would love to go see them play hockey. I feel like it'd be litty titty.
Yeah.
Litty titty. But like the way they fight in this show is like the fights are what counts. Like that's what you leave on the ice. Like, yes, they are amazing at actually playing and get that puck in that net.
Yeah, that's what the people want. That's what gets them going.
Is the show.
That's what, sets you apart. If you can take a hit and give a hit, you know, and then it's respect.
And they all are missing teeth. They all and it's hot as hell. I'm not gonna lie. There is something about I'm not talking rotten, disgusting teeth, but you've had your teeth just punched out or something.
Yeah.
You just know that guy, he'll protect you.
Tough. Yeah. I'm safe.
I'm okay. And it gives you that edge that you're like, ooh, like when Laura Moore is like, you got your tooth in, take it out. I'm like, yes, bitch. You tell him. Fucking
I hope your partner's kind, compassionate, and caring. Nope.
She knows it and she loves it. Loves a slut, man.
Yeah.
Protective. Yeah.
So I mean, from my understanding, there is a good amount of fights, but as with any sport, in the year of 2025, the safety has been growing, and the concern for the safety. I know for football, the rule changes from back when I was playing. It is a different type of sport.
Interesting. Just because of concussions and all the things.
Yeah. There's now new rules and like people time stops and they have to do X, Y, and Z that I have to ask my buddies like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, I played football for 8 years, like full tackle football since 3rd grade. Like I should know how to play the game.
Little Broncos.
But it's physical. And
It's
I
quite
love
the
how
sport.
They'll take off the gloves, but there's it's better sometimes when you have bare-fisted brawls versus with
well, you're like
and
a
stuff
playpen
and like other things like you're not gonna overcompensate. You get the job done, 1-2 punches, usually that's all people can take. You're not going at it for 30 seconds.
Yes.
You get in a couple good jabs, couple good throws, and then
get your anger out, move on. Yeah. And
but
then along with that,
I always love to think that I'd be the guy that'd be throwing down and having some fights. Like, I mean, I was pretty physical football player, but I wasn't like the most aggressive,
Okay. I feel like I would like female hockey.
But
I think I could fuck
I
that
feel like
shit
I
up.
could throw some hands.
I
feel like I
can
take a hit
too.
Yeah.
I have taken
That's
a
what
hit
I've
to the
always-
face. I've done one punch to the face. And you know what? I bounced back quite well. So wish I could have knocked her. She fucking twat. Yeah. One day. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be. Yeah. I think you could throw some punches.
I'd have a scrap.
I'd have a scrap.
I just always would hate.
Feels good.
Yeah. I just don't have health insurance. So I don't want to do it now.
Yeah. Not right now.
If I had
Let's get you some health insurance and we'll knock you
if
out.
I had health insurance, then I'll fight.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Last thing. So, okay. So I'm curious about fighting. Number one, let us know.
Yeah.
Are there fights? Is there more fights
Are
in
there
Canadian
fights
hockey? Like
than American?
you
Is there more in the
Canadians?
NHL than like the beer leagues?
Yeah.
Is
We want
the
to know.
equivalent of the no-show a real thing in the United States? And are they aggressive?
Yes, great questions. And so chirping is like through Letterkenny, through Shoresy, chirping in hockey is the thing. You get mic'd out, you get all these things. You want to hear what's going on the ice. And Shoresy's always got something to say. Everyone's got these just rapid zingers that they throw at these people. They research
Your mother
these
wants my wood
players
so much they call her Beaver Lumber.
They research your players all the time too. Like they knew one guy, they got on him about your Coke problem. Oh, you've been doing Coke all morning, doing that. You tap into your edibles. Like all these.
Oh, you have to.
Just exploded on the ice, which is great. But I'm curious, are people doing this to not only are you just physically active and ready for a hockey game, but your verbiage is ready to rock? I can imagine Colby getting out there and just destroying.
Yeah, and NFL players will 100% research the people that are across the line from them so they can get on there and do some shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It goes down.
If you want to go down, you can go down.
Okay. But maybe they're just not as funny as what they would be in the show. Cause damn, do they got jokes, man. So they're they hit deep, but they're funny. And they're always with the moms, that hits.
Yeah, dude. It's such a good show. Everybody, check it out.
Check it
excited for season 5. Excited for more Shoresy and whatever the hell Jared Kiesel wants to make. I'm all for it.
I want anything and everything. Crave TV also just has everything. We just love Canadian TV. It's what's up, man.
And I would love to see the Shamrockettes make an appearance in Shoresy. I'd love to see Betty Ann and
great thought process.
Yeah.
Oh, Betty Ann and Marianne.
I think because they have a connection with Shoresy itself. Like if you have them come in, because they were wheeling
absolutely
or something.
Right. Oh, that would be so good.
They're in different towns. But anyway, that's all that we have for Shoresy. It's something to think about for the future. Until then, give your balls a tug and set the fucking tone.
Big sexy.
Big sexual.
Big sexy.
Right. Ciao for now.